Well, Torts, we might have had our ups and downs, but if there's one thing that I learned during that time, it's that MICHKOV must have hated you the way he went on a heater right after you got fired. Of course, we have to get the big win against Pittsburgh for Terry's birthday and then immediately go back to playing Christmas hockey or whatever Lindy called it. Anyways, at this point, I am fully expecting a complete meltdown tomorrow in DC. 8 goals against the Caps? Okay, 2 questions. First of all, how? And second of all, why didn't we start James Reimer sooner? Yikes! First time giving up more than 5 goals this season, and it was against the Sabres. Although I guess it wasn't all that bad considering Chychrun and Protas reached 20 and 30 goals for the first time, and also Ovi scored his 890th to cut Wayne's lead down to 4. Ha! If people were still not convinced before we swept the Washington Capitals this season, there is no longer any doubt now. Nobody compares to us. Now get ready, cause the whiteout is coming! Oh yeah, well, joke's on you. Enjoy the president's curse. Oh shoot, I didn't think about that. 20 point per game seasons for Sidney Crosby. Alright boys, we got what we wanted out of the season. We can wrap up now. Wait, Tristan? What are you? No, don't you dare shut out the Sens! And we got shut out by Tristan Jarry. Getting shut out by the team we scored 7 against this week? Biggest Ottawa L since the Norris Cousins trade, if you ask me. I mean, Cousins has already assisted on the last 4 Drake Batherson goals alone, so I'd say we're doing pretty alright. Come on, man, we're already blowing our lottery standings, just let us have this. Fine, I'll give some props to the Sabres. After all, they did beat us without having to dive for 5 power plays in 1 period. Okay, but did we score in any of them? That's right, no! It took us until the 6th try in the 3rd period. And we followed that up by barely hanging on against the Bruins. Man, this team is going to be the end of me. Do I hear a 7th loss in a row, 7th loss in a row, 7th loss in a row, and the Ducks with the 7th loss in a row. All right, anyone up for an 8th? 8 losses in a row, 8th loss in a row, and Detroit with the 8th loss in a row. All right, we are looking for a 9th loss in a row, 9 losses in a row. Come on, folks, we're trying to get to that top 5 pick here. Best of luck, Boston, and we look forward to one day welcoming that top 5 pick to the Florida Panthers, just like we did with Brad Marchand. You sicken me. Oop, almost forgot. Now it's time to go get Barky a win for his 800th career game. Get swept, you dumb cats! We really couldn't beat the Habs one time this season. Also, we literally lost 5 games in a row and are still somehow in that second wildcard spot. Is anybody else even trying to make the playoffs? You would think so, the way we keep running it back every single year. Although it seems now even the league is tired of us making playoff pushes because now they're having their officials call the dumbest goal interference calls I think I have ever seen. Yeah, we kind of lucked out there, not gonna lie. Nah, that's basically stealing points, bro. You know, you could have made it up to the Isles by letting us leave Columbus with 2 points of regulation, but no! We have to go back and forth in the last 3 minutes of our game just so you could steal our points in the shootout! Hey man, you know how crazy this month can get? Hence why it's called Marching Madness. Actually, it's March Madness, which is also the name of what I was suffering from when we blew a lead to the Flames in the final 7 minutes of regulation and then tied it just to lose in overtime anyways. Back-to-back OT game winners for Nazem Kadri! He will lead us back to that wild card spot and ain't nobody getting in our way! Halt, you peasants, and kneel for the 4-time 50-goal scorer, the conqueror of the Battle of Alberta. King Leon Draisaitl is back, baby! Guess not all of us can smack the Oilers around and drop 6 goals on them! Are you sure you want to talk about giving up 5+ goals, Mr. I've already been eliminated from playoff contention? Okay, for the record, we had already been eliminated in the 2nd period when St. Louis beat Colorado on Saturday. Ooh boy, Robo and Johnny are hotter than a scorching summer day in Texas, but holy moly, this is the Jake Ottinger that I've been wanting to see. I just knew my boy was back when we kicked off the week with that shutout win against the Wild. Gee, I am so glad we could help. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if we're going to have enough players to fill out a playoff roster, so hey, anybody else want to reignite their season with a win against us? Ooh, yes please! I very much enjoyed watching Nico Hischier's hat-trick in Minnesota this weekend. Plus, it sure beat allowing 2 goals in the first 2 minutes on the way to getting shut out by the Jets. Kelly's 7th of the season, by the way. Never gets old. Yo, I was more than cool with giving Taylor Hall a shot when he came along with Rantanen, but even I had no idea he would be this good. And neither did we in the past 2 years he was here. Although I guess it doesn't matter how great he is when Juuse Saros decides to become unstoppable on a random Tuesday night. Listen, if I could have chosen which team to have Saros suck against to officially eliminate us from the playoffs, I sure as hell wouldn't have picked our divisional rival on an 8-game winning streak. It's 9 now, actually. Seems you were a little too slow there. Just like Marchessault at the buzzer. We'll take Marshy back if you don't want him. Oops, sorry, I think I just got all giddy after watching Riley Smith score his first goal as a Golden Knight. Although if we were to keep adding to this roster, we might be unstoppable. Unless we're playing the Blackhawks for some reason. On one hand, Ryan Donato almost single-handedly beat Vegas with a hat-trick. On the other, nobody else did much of anything else, but hey, at least the kids looked pretty good in that loss to Utah, so maybe next year will be better. Maybe next year. You guys remember how mad I was at that 7-1 loss to the Oilers last week? Yeah, I would take that any day over this absolute ass-kicking of an 8-0 game where Vasi earned his 40th career shutout and Cooch got 4 points to help him catch up to Nate McKinnon in the scoring race? I don't want to talk about it! Don't listen to those bums from Tampa, Nate. You would probably be sitting at 150 points already if the 2 teams ahead of you in your division weren't also 1st and 3rd in the entire league! You just keep on worrying about these contenders, Colorado, because if getting back Buchnevich was enough to beat you guys, then you are not ready for Snuggie season! While I wasn't a fan of getting our first regulation loss at home in almost 2 months to the Leafs, I did not expect to take out all of our frustration on the poor Sharks. Still though, someone tell that Cam Lund kid that it's okay to smile every once in a while. Nah, I get it. Nothing to smile about in my life. Unbelievable! Out of San Jose's 20 wins this season, 2 of them, aka 10%, came from beating us in the shootout! Okay, maybe there is one thing. I just don't get it. 2 days later, we head to LA and beat the best home team in the entire league, but then we close out the Cali road trip by having to hustle out a win in Anaheim? Actually, never mind, this is very on brand for the Leafs. I guess asking your captain to not get deked multiple times and to stop screening his own goalie is just too much to ask, right, Gudas? Oh, and the boys absolutely deserve to go undefeated this week after that insane comeback against the Rangers alone. They made me wait to go to bed until 1 a.m. just so they could lose to the Ducks. Yup, I am never staying up to watch this team late ever again.